What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Superpower Reviews. My name is Liam Smith. Today we're going to be looking at what may be the most impressive PVC statue I have ever seen, the EVANGELION Shikinami Asuka Langley statue. Alright, first thing, we'll take a look at the box. This is a fairly unique box. It's the first time I've reviewed a statue from this company, which is Flare. And this is the EVANGELION Shikinami Asuka Langley statue. Very cool statue, just released. Flipping around to the side of the box, have a full image of the statue, an artist rendering of what the statue would look like with her name on the side. And if we look at the back of the box, this is another cool feature about this box. It is a clear box all the way around, as you can see. Normally boxes are what they call window boxes, where you can see in the front, maybe the side. This is really cool because you can see the statue 360 degrees when you're looking at it in the store. And of course on the back there is this large silhouette drawing of the statue as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the EVANGELION Shikinami Asuka Langley statue out of the box and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so first thing, we'll take a look at the base. It is a plastic base in a light blue color. I like that it has a silhouette image of the statue on the base, just like it is on the back of the box. Okay, so first piece we'll look at here is her staff, or sword, blade, however you'd like to look at that. This is really impressive. I'm already liking the way they do this. This looks like a high quality powder coat painting that you would see on a metal item. It's really well done. The red gloss on this, the fine lines on the black, the green in the middle, everything is done really cool. And look at the fine details on the bottom of the base with that spiral. That's just really impressive. Now, another thing about this company that impressed me is the fact that they included these instructions for installing the weapon into the hands of the character. As you can see, you have to pull the weapon apart in two pieces for it to fit into the hands. There are a lot of statues that do that but don't come with instructions telling you that's how it works. Now, another nice bonus with this statue is it came with this really well done hard glossy cardstock print that you can display with the character. It is strong enough to stand on its own, or you can put it in a small frame. Okay, now I've got the statue attached to the base, and I have to say, quality control was really good on this one. I've had statues in the past where they had a lot of trouble attaching to the base. This one went right on perfectly. It was still a very nice snug fit, but it fit properly. I didn't have to bend the legs really far to make it happen. It was just made really well. Now again, I mentioned before the instructions on this. I'm really glad it did come with that because I would have never known that this detaches here in order to put the staff through the hand. And as you can see, it is a fairly tight fit getting it through the hands. It just barely passes by the hair, and you need to be a little bit careful because it does flex the hand a little bit as you're putting it in there. Then you just simply attach the base of the staff back on, and there you go. Okay, now normally I would say at this point, let's start at the top, and I would start at the details and work my way down going over the details, but I actually have to stop for a moment on this one and talk about the statue overall. I've just found out about this company called Flare that created this statue, and this is by far, just looking over the details on it so far, one of the highest quality PVC statues I've ever seen. The paintwork, the sculpting, look at the locks on the hair, the details there. I have to say, this company is now at the top of my list for impressive, detailed, quality work on their statues. Alright, so starting at the top, I mentioned before about the hair. Look at the details in the separate locks. Now you're talking about a PVC statue here. These are very fragile pieces, being that they're made out of essentially a plastic PVC. But even though that's the case, they still put a nice matte finish on it, nice detailing in between the locks with the sculpt work. I'm just blown away by the way they were able to get all this in there like that. Now moving a little further down to the face sculpt. This definitely, it reminds me a lot of the Kotobukiyo statues as far as the quality, the look of the face, the details they get into the paint. Everything about it reminds me of that, but I gotta say they're bringing it up a notch on this line of statues, and I'm really looking forward to see what else they come out with, or what else they already have that I haven't even seen yet. And if I turn the statue here, moving a little further down to the suit, once again, blown away by the details on this. So many different colors. They have the black, the white, the orange, the red. But it's not just the colors that's impressive, it's the fact that it literally looks like a tailored suit. The lines are so detailed and so precise, it doesn't even look like a sculpt anymore. It looks like a tailored suit made out of latex. Alright, so moving a little further down to the legs, I mentioned before the skin tones on this. You can see that subtle airbrushing, the shading around the muscles, the bone structures, anywhere that the muscles would be flexing. They did a really great job making that look natural. I'm very impressed with the way that turned out. Now, speaking of the paintwork, moving further down towards the leg armor. Absolutely impressed with the way they did this. Different types of paint. They have the matte black on what looks like a leather stocking underneath the boot. Then you have the armored boot underneath there, which is just layers of different armor sculpted in there with subtle black tones in between the armor pieces. You can see where the lines come around where it would connect to the boot and then on the knee piece, separated from the glossy purple into a glossy black underneath. There are a lot of manufacturers that would just make this a solid purple all the way through, but they went to the length of putting the black in the cracks of the boot armor where it connects together. Then you have the metallic red lines around the top of the boot with some more fine line work around the top of the red as well with a nice beveled edge on it. Once again, absolutely amazing sculpt work. And going back up to the top a little bit now that we're looking at the side, look at the details in the side of the suit on the top. Just like down on the boots, they have the detail work with the black in between the metallic white coming down to the red with another separate piece sculpted on here, separate pieces on the front, side, arms, even up on the gloves, looking at the line work between the fingers and on the top of the hand. All of it is just amazing to me. I've seen much higher end, higher dollar statues than this that don't have paintwork done this well. And moving around to the back of the statue, this is where you can see her ears at the top poking out of the hair. And again, you can see more details in this amazing hair they have flowing here. I always bring up the word dynamic poses. That's exactly what they got going on here. They have her in attack pose, but also her hair blowing to the side like that was done very naturally. It looks really cool. Now the suit in the back, an armored suit all the way down to the bottom, has perfect fine lines in it, perfect paintwork, once again, like I said before. Now moving on back down to the shoe part of the boot, I really like what they did here with the separate pieces for the heel that actually go up to the back of the foot, and then they connect around to the front with the black and the rest of the boot being purple. Just the design work in this character itself that they put all the details in for the statue is super impressive. I'll go ahead and get into the best way to show off a statue with this much details. I'll stop talking about it and I'll just start showing it. I'll give you the close-ups, the scanning around, the 360, and we'll get a closer look at the Evangelina statue. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this review of the EVANGELION Shikinami Asuka Langley statue. Go ahead and leave a comment below, let me know what you thought of this statue, and I'll also leave a link in the description if you're interested in picking up this amazing statue. Just click the link below, it'll take you right there. Also, don't forget to subscribe, that way you won't miss any upcoming content. Thank you so much for watching, and of course I will catch you on the next video.